Okay guys, welcome to the channel, welcome to Blue Point TV. I'll talk about football and football related stories. Right guys, let's talk about the Chelsea game and Manchester City. Obviously City won the game 2-0 and it was an interesting game for me. I feel say the game now really interesting game. And for me, I feel say Chelsea wasn't poor in this game in terms of performance. I feel say they don't play bad. Yes, when you feel say you play well, you're supposed to get something from the game. Because for me, I think, I feel like Chelsea deserve more. Yes, they lost the game 2-0, but I feel say they deserve more from this game. Really, I feel say they deserve more because if you watch the game, you understand that this team needs a striker. They need a proper top striker. That's what they need. A proper top striker. Now, obviously in the first half, I think it was around 15 or 17 minutes they considered the first goal, Erling Haaland, and for me it was a poor defending from the defenders. Now, if you watch the goal, you'll see that Erling Haaland was in between Marco Corella and Levi Cole, and Bernardo Silva was in between Levi Cole and Wesley Fofana. That was a poor defending for me. There is no way you allow those players in between you, knowing that, knowing how good they are as a player, as players. So you allow those two players. I mean, why not go, tight to them? They're supposed to go very close to those players. So that defending for me was really poor. And also Levi Cole, in terms of challenges, sometimes I don't know whether the guy, I don't understand, I don't know how to put it, because that first goal that Erling Haaland scored, I feel say Levi Cole should have done better there in terms of putting his feet, challenge the ball. Yes, sometimes you cause penalty, but sometimes as well you can steal the ball from the player, or go for proper challenge. You see Diaz for Manchester City, many of the time you see him go for that. He will put his foot, he will throw himself. When you get the ball, it's not a penalty. So Levi Cole, sometimes he does this thing, So for me, that goal, obviously the positioning of the defenders, especially the central defenders, Levi Cole and Fofana, was wrong. The positioning there was wrong, as they were supposed to be close to Bernardo Silva and Erling Haaland. But then Erling Haaland did not, when he got the ball, because of how Cucurella was close to him, he couldn't get the ball. I mean, he couldn't shoot the ball once. Then Levi Cole supposed to challenge him there and trying to see if he can get the ball out from his feet. But I feel like Levi Cole did not, what he was supposed to do, he did not do it. But yeah, Erling Haaland scored the first goal. And for me, in terms of actual controlling the game, City did not really control the game for me. They did not control. I feel say Chelsea as well control the game, just as City controlled the game. City did not control the game fully. Chelsea also, the two teams had their moment, but Chelsea couldn't take their own chances. They were not clinical. City were clinical. City had their chances, they took their chances. Chelsea had their chances, they couldn't take their chances. And when you have strikers like Nicholas Jackson, this is what you expect. When you have a striker like Nicholas Jackson, this is what you expect, from a player that is not clinical as a striker. And I will still talk about his movement. Now, he scored a goal, but that goal was an offside goal. Now, a proper, top striker is supposed to watch his line. If Nicholas Jackson watch in line, watch the defender, if not the off, and that goal when score for the goal. So now, because of all these things, that's why this team need a top striker. That's why they need a proper goal scorer that can watch his line, and also when he gets the chance, he take his chance. So for me, in terms of the performance, I wasn't too disappointed. I wasn't really disappointed too much in terms of the performance. I feel if they get a proper goal scorer, then for take something from this game. I honestly believe say them for take something from in terms of the performance that is positive going going forward this season for me. In terms of the performance, I feel that is positive going forward. The only worry I will have is if Chelsea do not sign another strike, like if they don't sign the top strike, obviously there is talks that they are going for, and they are talking to sign Victor Osimhen. If they don't sign Victor Osimhen or any top striker, I'll be worried because we'll start, complaining again of Nicolas Jackson, how we complained last season. So in terms of the performance, I wasn't really disappointed in terms of the performance. I can understand what the coach is trying to do. I can understand what the manager is trying to do. Obviously, we finished the first half well in terms of creating chances, pressing Manchester City. And then the second half started, and I feel we started the second half well as well. But then the substitution for me wasn't good. I feel the manager did not make the right substitution. How can you take Romeo Lavia out when he was the best midfielder among the three of them? For me, he was better than Enzo Fernandez and Moises Caicedo in this game. Like, how will you take Romeo Lavia out from the game? Whereas he was the best midfielder among the three midfielders. So for me, taking Romeo Lavia out from this game was a wrong choice from the coach. But Lavia was very good, very, very good. How he controls the game, press resistance, he runs with the ball. Like, the guy did very good for this game. Enzo Fernandez, for me, had a very poor game. In terms of seeing him in the game, he no hide for the game. You always see him, like, almost everywhere. But he wasn't really doing anything. Wrong passes, his touches wasn't good. Like, he was poor. Enzo Fernandez did very, very poor for this game. Obviously, he's the captain, the vice captain. I don't understand maybe whether Nambili make the coach leave and make him finish the game, because he's not supposed to finish this game. That substitution where the coach take Romeo Lavia out, that substitution that he took Romeo Lavia out, I feel it's supposed to be Enzo Fernandez for me. Enzo Fernandez was supposed to be the one to leave the pitch that time, not Lavia. Because Lavia was very good. Now, the second goal for Manchester City, if you watch the second goal for Manchester City, obviously they were pressing Chelsea. Clearance, they had the ball, and Kovacic. Now, talking about Kovacic, Kovacic was very, very good in this game. Very, very, he played very good football. Okay, Kovacic had the ball. Caicedo couldn't meet up, to get Kovacic. The player we're supposed close on Kovacic was Enzo Fernandez. If you watch the goal, you see Enzo Fernandez was supposed to take his position. He was supposed to take his position as the DM there. But instead, he started chasing Kevin De Bruyne. I don't know if he thought that they would pass, Kovacic should give the ball to Kevin De Bruyne. He started chasing Kevin De Bruyne, and then he left that space open. Before he realized Kovacic had already entered that space. That was nothing he could do. So for me, it was Lavia that was in that position, I don't think Lavia would chase. I think Lavia would take his position and wait for Kovacic to approach him. And Lavia, he's strong. He's strong as a DM. So for me, Enzo Fernandez was also at fault in a way in not taking his position. The goal from Kovacic was a very good goal. This the player he didn't really score too much, but if he score, a classic goal when they score. I don't know if I would blame the goalkeeper. I feel the goalkeeper wasn't poor for me, except that wrong pass, when he give in terms of playing from the back. But in terms of saves, I feel he wasn't bad for me. Now that second goal where Chelsea conceded, maybe he could have done better there, maybe. But at the same time, that was a very, very good strike, from Kovacic. But in all, that's positive to take from the performance. That's positive to take from the performance. Yes, Neto came in, took out. They took out Christopher Nkunku. Now for Christopher Nkunku, I'm not today sure whether taking Christopher Nkunku was the right choice, because Nkunku can as well play as a midfielder, as a number 10. Maybe you could have taken, one of the midfielders out and put Nkunku as a number 10. But yeah, positive in terms of the performance. I feel sick, with time, I think this team will improve. Waiting they need to fix now the defend. This manager, in terms of going forward, I think his idea is on the team going forward in terms of attacking wise, but defensively, they have to fix the defense because that first goal will tell you how this team need to fix their defense. You know, that first goal will tell you that this team defensively they are not there yet. So for me, credit has to go to Manchester City. That's why they played well. They took their chances, and yeah, I'm just disappointed that Chelsea lost this game because I feel say they are supposed to take something from this game. I feel say they are supposed to take. I feel say this performance wasn't really bad for them to lose. 2-0. So your thought and your opinion on the performance. Do you think that this team can kick on with the performance? I feel say with the performance, I feel say will improve going forward. So your thought and your opinion on the game. And also, guys, if you're watching the video on YouTube, subscribe to the channel Bluepoint TV. Like the video as well. We're also on Facebook. Follow the channel Bluepoint TV. Share the video. Thank you, guys. Stay safe while I see you again. Bye.